What country has the most islands? Why is London so big? We will be answering all of this and more in part 3 of answering your questions for each European country. If you haven't seen part 1 or 2, go and watch them. The link is in the description. Now we will get into the last group of European countries. Norway is one of a few countries that is in Europe but not in the EU. The main reasons to this are as follows. Norway has a strong democracy and its people don't want to give that up. In the EU, on average, 45% of people vote in elections, and Norway says that they will have a better democracy if they don't join. Norway is a very environmentally friendly country, but in the EU, this isn't as high on the to-do list as Norway would like. Norway wants to keep their voice independent and recognised in the world. If they were to join the EU, Norway thinks that their voice would be overheard by the EU. Poland has a bit of a reputation of getting invaded. This is mainly due to its geography. Almost every country has natural defences, and where there are no defences, there is war. Poland is located on the North European plain. This is great for farming and transportation, but is the exact same reason Poland is easy to invade and why others might want to invade it. In the past, Portugal and Spain were united under an Iberian Union, so why didn't it last? The old Iberian Union existed between 1580 and 1640. It brought the peninsula together under the Spanish Habsburg monarchs Philip II, III and IV. It started to decline after Philip III raised taxes on mainly Portuguese merchants. Later, Portuguese nobility began to lose its importance in the Spanish courts. Many other problems occurred and damaged the Portuguese side of the Union, ending in December 2nd, 1640. Guess what flag this is? You have 3 seconds. This is Chad, and this is Romania. So why do these two different places have the same flag? Romania's current flag has existed since the 1860s, but they changed their flag by adding their coat of arms to it when they proclaimed to be a socialist people's republic in 1947. Meanwhile, in 1959, Chad designed a tricolour flag of blue, yellow and red. Then when Romania revolted in 1989, they went back to their old flag, leaving us with 2 countries with the same flag. Russia is the biggest country in the world. It got this size through conquest and annexation. During Ivan IV's reign over Russia, he nearly doubled its size, annexing the 3 Tatar Khanates, Kazan, Astrakhan and Siber. Russia continued growing east through claiming scarcely populated lands and facing little resistance when doing so. The reason for this expansion was to earn respect and land for mining, farming, oil extraction and more. San Marino is tiny and is surrounded by Italy. It is also the oldest country in the world, so why hasn't Italy annexed it? San Marino was founded in 301 AD by a group of Masons who fled from the Roman Empire to avoid persecution by Emperor Diocletian. One reason that San Marino has stayed independent is because of its hilly location. And during the 1800s, San Marino took in a lot of people who were persecuted for supporting the unification of Italy, and in 1862, a friendship treaty was signed allowing San Marino to keep their independence from Italy. Serbia and Kosovo have a history. According to my Serbian friend, Nebojsa Nosevic, Kosovo is not a country, but is an autonomous region within Serbia. Kosovo is recognized by 104 out of 194 members of the UN, which, if you can do maths, is more than half, but not all. Serbia doesn't recognize Kosovo as a sovereign nation either, but gives them some level of autonomy within Serbia. Kosovo declared its independence in February 2008, and just 1 day later, the USA formally recognized Kosovo as an independent nation. So what do you think? Leave your opinion in the comments below. And while you're down there, leave a like if you're enjoying the video, and please subscribe, it helps a ton. Slovakia's capital, Bratislava, is incredibly close to Austria and Hungary. Bratislava is located along the river Danube, which flows from West Germany down to the Black Sea. This river gives Slovakia, a landlocked country, access to the sea. Around 80% of Slovakia is also mountainous terrain, but along the river Danube there are the Danubian lowlands and hills. These areas are home to the most people in Slovakia and is where half the country's farming takes place. Bratislava is also where the government of Slovakia sit. Ljubljana, Slovenia's capital, means the loved one. But where did this name come from? The exact origin of the name is still unclear, but the river and the town were called the German Laibach. This name was first recorded in 1144. This can be traced back to the Old Slavic name Ljubljevoid, which translates to the one with a lovely appearance. which is still said to have a German origin. Sweden has the most islands in the world, with over 260,000. Most of Scandinavia, which is Sweden, Norway and Denmark, was carved by glaciers during the Pleistocenic ice ages. The constant expansion and slow retreat of the glaciers over a few thousand years created many U-shaped valleys. Some of these were flooded with water, creating islands when their point to the mainland was eroded away. Rising sea levels also caused peninsulas or low-lying areas to become islands. Swiss neutrality dates back to 1515 and was officially recognized in 1815. Switzerland neutrality is designed to ensure external security and promote peace worldwide. The European powers agreed at the Congress of Vienna in May 1815 that Switzerland should be neutral, but only after Napoleon was defeated so the coalition forces could invade France through Switzerland. Switzerland has a history of armed neutrality, and it pursues an active foreign policy and is frequently involved in peace building worldwide. Europe or Asia? Turkey just can't decide. So here's a list of 4 questions to see if Turkey is European or Asian. Location. Turkey is located on the Anatolian Peninsula, located in Southeast Europe or Southwest Asia. Only 3% of its land is in Europe, while the other 97% is in Asia. Population. 15% of Turkey's population live on the European side of the country, and the rest of the population live on the Asian side of the country. Culture. Turkey's culture is a mix between Eastern European, East Mediterranean, Caucasian, Middle Eastern and Central Asian, but Turkey has a predominantly European culture. Geopolitics. Turkey is in NATO, the Council of Europe, the Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development, the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe, and has been associated in the European Union and many, many more. After all of this, I would say Turkey is a European country, and their government is leaning towards being a European country too. Black soil is the most fertile soil in the world, and 65% of Ukraine is covered with it. The soils in Ukraine's north were formed by the post-glacial forests that began to grow in the grassy steppe. Most of these can be farmed, but need extra nutrients to get a good harvest out of them. These soils make Ukraine a great place to grow and export crops around the world, exporting around 60 million tons of grain each year. London is one of the biggest cities in Europe. So how did it get so big? London's population in the 1800s was around 1 million. Then, just before World War II, its population was a huge 8.6 million. London grew rapidly during the Industrial Revolution in the 19th century, with more people moving from the countryside into the city and more people worldwide and around the British Empire also immigrating to London. Vatican City is a special place for religion, art and history. Vatican City is one of the most sacred places in Christianity, and is a testimony to a history of about 2,000 years and to a formidable spiritual venture. Home to the tomb of Apostle St. Peter, first of the uninterrupted succession of Roman pontiffs, and therefore a main pilgrimage centre. It is also an ideal and a perfect ground for experiencing the creation of the Renaissance and of Baroque art. It influenced the development of the arts from the 16th century onward. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe so you'll know when I make another video, and watch part 1 and 2 if you want to learn even more. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching.